Hey everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we are taking care of more side quests, as today is Sunday, so it's a side questing episode day. Today's side quest, we're going to be unlocking a few new features, one major, a few minor, and I'm very excited about that. And of course, we also have just a bunch of side quests all over the place to do. We're going to be focusing primarily on the Black Shroud, particularly the South Shroud, since we have now finished up in Quarry Mill. So first thing we are doing today is talking to Tio Moi here at the Aetheryte Plaza in Gridania. It's a level 29 quest, but we can switch over to a different combat class to finish it. Tio Moi would grant you passage through the White Wolf Gate. Satora, is it not? I've been following your exploits with great interest. You have served Limbs and Omensa well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is with such lofty expectations that I would grant you passage beyond Gridania's own White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to Francha Montoy, the Gatekeeper. Gird yourself well for the battles to come, and I am sure that news of your deeds will reach me again before long. Alright, let's go ahead and switch over to a higher level class in preparation. Let's go Arcanist for now. I do need to start getting all my classes up to level 30, and I will be doing that soon enough, but probably not for a couple of days, possibly not even until the start of next week. But we are definitely coming up on a point where we're going to want everything at level 30 pretty quickly. So with this pass in hand, let's go speak to the Gatekeep and gain access to a new exit from Gridania. Only those who possess a gate pass may travel through the White Wolf Gate. It is for your own good. The fearsome beasts that lurk beyond would tear an unprepared adventurer limb from limb. Alright, well I've got a pass right here. You have papers? Let us see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. Go in safety, Satora. In the future, should you wish to pass, you need only say the word. Awesome, and we can get some new earrings out of this, but we don't need them. So yeah. Because the enemies beyond this gate are all in the level 29 to 30 range, they want to make sure you are that level before you can go through here. Now then, Rostabond, you have a quest for me. Rostabond has a task for a capable adventurer. It is no ordinary adventurer who is granted passage through the White Wolf Gate. I am Rostabond to the Wood Whalers, and I would see you live up to your reputation. My fellow whalers at Dunstan Spire are in grave need of an adventurer's aid. Should you have a mind to make yourself useful, travel there and seek out Thievenae. Alright then, let's go ahead and head through the gates. And let's go make ourselves useful. And this gate specifically pops out up in the Sorrel Haven, an area we've been to many times for hunting logs, but never in the main story. We'll come here in the main story soon. The route to get here otherwise without the gate is just to climb up the Matron's Lethe. So then, Thievenae, I need to speak to you about making myself useful. Rostabond sent you? Thank the 12, I'd just about given up hope that anyone would answer our call. Tell me, did you perhaps notice that gaping hole in the ground on your way here? Not really? It would be hard to miss it, one of the many remnants of Dalamud's fury. The scaffolding you see is a solution we worked up with our friends from the Carpenters Guild, but even the sturdiest wood is at the mercy of the elements. The rains have fallen hard of late, and I fear there still might be some soggy planks left untended. Please see to them, as well as to any pests who have come to feast on the wood. Alright, sounds like a plan. And, okay, yeah, I know what hole they're talking about now. I didn't notice it because I was following, the scaffolding, but this hole, this massive hole in the ground is what he meant. Alright, let's go ahead and deal with the damp scaffolding, get rid of it so it doesn't rot through and people fall through the ground. And hopefully we don't encounter any big threats. No issues yet, so that's good. But our luck couldn't last forever. Alright, Shroud Hair, I'm gonna need you to perish quickly before you hit me too badly. That wasn't too bad. And let's go report back to Thievenae. You have my thanks, adventurer. A Shroud Hair. I see. I ask you only this, friend. Should you have occasion to meet Marcette, speak nothing of this to her. She is a researcher of sorts, unusual creatures being her specialty. Were she to catch wind of shroud hairs lurking beneath, she would rip up every last plank until we had nowhere to stand upon. The woman treats us as if the wood whalers were her personal laboratory assistants. I will stand for this no more. I keep my distance from her, and I would suggest you do the same. Alright, I will take your advice and probably throw it out because she's probably going to have quests for us. But, while there are many quests that we can take care of here in the Central Shroud, our focus is going to be on the South Shroud today. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you down at... Most of our work's going to be in Quarrymill, but let's start at Camp Tranquil first. Alright, made it up to Camp Tranquil down at the south end of the South Shroud, straight south of Buscaron's Druthers. I believe we already have the Aetheryte here. Yes, we do. And we have 2 quests in this little town that I want to take care of real quick before we move on up to Quarrymill to take care of the quest there. The first quest we're looking for is from Dosette, I believe. My feisty little Chocobo, which has actually been one of the recommended quests up in the top right of the screen for a while. Whenever we're playing as a class or job which doesn't have a current class quest we need to take care of, it's been recommending this one. Dosette appears to have caught scent of something. Oh? The unmistakable smell of Chocobo clings to you, adventurer. Would I be correct in assuming that you have your own trusty steed? Aye, I thought so. Now tell me, is your bird battle-trained? If not, you might consider seeking the advice of Lukalot over at Bent Branch Meadows. The Ishgardian native is something of a prodigy in all matters concerning our fine feathered friends. He should be able to help you attain greater affinity with your bird. This is a quest, a side quest, which I highly recommend that everyone do when they have a class hitting level 30. This is going to be a very, very useful mechanic in 2 separate ways. So, I'm going to go ahead and make my way all the way back up to Bent Branch Meadows, and I'll meet you there. Alright, back in Bent Branch Meadows. Hello there, Lukalot. I've been told to bring my Chocobo over to you. Greetings, adventurer. Is there something you need? You wish to have your Chocobo trained in combat? This is no small request you make. Riding your bird is one thing, asking it to take hurts in your name is quite another. I will help train your Chocobo, but on the promise that you will never unduly expose it to danger. Do I have your word? Yes, I will take as good of care as my Chocobo as anyone could. Very well. To begin, we will need a bunch of Gissel greens. You have my leave to pick one from the fields yonder. Return here when you have it. Alright, let's go pick some Gissel greens. This is going to be very handy for us in the future. And back to Lukalot we go. Alright, I've got the Gissel greens. Now what do I do with them? Have you acquired the greens? I do, they're right here. Superb, then we shall get straight to it. Doubtless you already know this, but Chocobos are highly fond of Gissel greens. They love the leafy vegetable so much, in fact, that they will completely forget their fears in the face of danger. Thus, by feeding your bird the greens, you can prevail upon it to fight beside you, and then, once called, it will be up to you to direct its actions as you see fit. You'll find that your Chocobo innately responds to a number of general commands. Give your bird an order and it will act accordingly, and to the best of its ability. This simple yet effective methodology was developed by the Fortom family, one of the foremost houses in Ishgard. Really, the Fortom? Really? That actually surprises me, and hopefully I remember in about a year or two to go over why. And that concludes your lesson. Of course, it is not enough to merely hear about a practice. One must venture forth and attempt it oneself. Summon your Chocobo with a bunch of Gissel greens, and together make your way to Sorrel Haven. The broods that prowl the area ought to be a suitable challenge for you and your companion. Put down 3 of them and return here. And lastly, by way of advice, I would recommend you keep an ample supply of Gissel greens on your person at all times. Our resident vendor will be able to provide you with as much as you can carry. Alright, we can now fight with our Chocobo. In addition to riding him, you can also summon your Chocobo to fight alongside you. To do so, you will first require a bunch of Gissel greens. This Chocobo favorite can be purchased in stores. To summon your Chocobo, simply use the greens. Chocobos gain experience points and grow just as you do in combat, but they can only fight in the same places in which they can be ridden. When traveling the world alone, your feathered companion may turn the tide when fighting enemies of a comparable level. Okay, where is the vendor? Or they might actually not be available yet, but they should be available right around here. I think it might actually be Margot. Okay. When the vendor's available, they should be available in that patch. And then you can also, of course, purchase Gissel Greens in the main, towns. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna actually have it overwrite the party members action on my general social hotbar, because we're going to be using those Gissel Greens to feed our Chocobo quite often. I believe one use of Gissel Greens gets your Chocobo out for about 30 minutes. Okay, let's get up here, summon our Chocobo with our Gissel Greens, and get to work fighting. Once summoned to battle, your Chocobo will remain with you for 30 minutes Earth time, or until they suffer injuries grievous enough to make them flee. To give your companion orders, use the commands that are located under Orders in the Actions and Traits interface. To order your Chocobo to auto-attack, simply select Free Stance. You can dismiss your companion at any time by selecting the command Withdraw. Use another bunch of Gissel Greens to summon your steed again. Let me double check. It's under Orders and Actions and Traits. Alright then, I'm going to use one simple order for my Chocobo, and that will be it. Where... was it under General? No. Was it under Main? Oh my god, it's right here. Orders. Read, please. We'll command you to Free Stance to do whatever you want in battle. I trust you well enough, and let's get to work. Oh god. Okay, let's make sure we have our tank stance up. Not that we particularly need it since we're solo at the moment, but come on, Juniper, let's do this. We don't need to fight toadstools, but they sure are what's coming after us right now. Alright, companion skills. As your Chocobo's rank increases, they will earn skill points. These points can be used to acquire new companion-specific actions and traits. There are 3 different skill trees you can choose for your Chocobo: Defender, Attacker, and Healer. When your Chocobo acquires their first skill from any of these trees, they will also earn that tree's stance. Activating the Defender stance will turn your Chocobo into a defensive-minded stalwart. The Attacker stance will transform your Chocobo into an offensive force. Finally, the Healer stance will have your Chocobo focus on restoring your HP rather than participating in battle. How you choose to use your Chocobo skill points is entirely up to you, but remember, once an action or trait has been purchased, that purchase cannot be undone. Think about how you wish to use your Chocobo in battle and choose its path of progression wisely. Alright, so that means that our Chocobo definitely got a level up there, but we'll be going over those skills in a little bit once we're done with the training fights. And yeah, I'm going to be leaving my Chocobo on free stance, because the stances basically tell your Chocobo what to focus on, but I don't believe they actually limit what your Chocobo can do. And I fight well enough in battle that I don't need to worry about telling Juniper to be any one role or another. I can take care of myself well enough. Now, it may be a good idea during particularly tough fights to have it be, I don't know, if you're playing as a healer, have your Chocobo be an attacker, or if you are an attacker, have your Chocobo be a healer. Those could be very good ideas. But I trust my Chocobo well enough to choose what they're going to be doing in battle, without me needing to command them around. Alright, one more Brood Z's to finish off our training combat. And now that that's done, let's see. Companion, you have gained a level, you are at rank 1. So let's see, what do we want to learn? For the first 10 levels that your Chocobo gains, you gain 1 skill point per current level. You gain 1 skill point at level 1, 2 at level 2, 3 at level 3, 4 at level 4, etc. The number of skill points you gain is equal to your current level. After we hit level 10, things will change up a little bit for the Chocobo, so we'll get into that when we get to that. But for now, what has been recommended to me, and seems to be the general advice, is if you are playing as an attacker or a tank, you want to focus on making your Chocobo a healer. If you are playing as a healer, make your Chocobo an attacker. Because making your Chocobo a defender Well, unfortunately, they're just not going to be gaining they're not going to be gaining enough aggro for them to be a really effective defender for the most part. So, better to focus on attacker and healer, which are actually more useful. I'm going to give you Choco regen right off the bat, which allows the Chocobo to grant regen to one target, typically us, which is a pretty good thing to have in battle. Extra healing never hurts. And I'll probably be focusing equally on healer and attacker. So I'll do a healer ability and then I'll do an attacker ability. And I'll just alternate back and forth like that until both are maxed out. And at that point, once both are maxed out, then I'll start working on the tank branch. Alright then, back to Look-a-Lot we go. Alright, and our Chocobo stopped being in the field because we're riding them. I love it. Alright, let's go get this handed over. Finish up the quest in our training. And show Look-a-Lot just what a good Chocobo friend we are. So you've successfully negotiated your first few battles with your Chocobo? Well done. Tell me, how did it feel? Was it not supremely reassuring fighting with your feathered companion? Your Chocobo can make up for your shortcomings or build upon your strengths. Indeed, there are countless ways the two of you might complement one another. Through some experimentation, you will come to find the approach that serves you best. Before I forget, I have one last parting gift. A saddlebag for your Chocobo. Carrying Gisselgreens about can be quite cumbersome after all, and there should be sufficient room for your personal belongings should the need arise. I pray it serves you well on your travels. We now have access to the Chocobo saddlebag, which is so good. It is basically an extra inventory. It has features allowing for the simple transfer of items between the saddlebag and your personal and retainer inventories. And it does not need to be your Chocobo companion does not need to be summoned to access the saddlebag. However, it cannot be opened in an instance dungeon, so be sure to move items required on raids to your normal inventory before commencing the duty. So yeah, it is an additional inventory. It is an additional 70 slots for your inventory. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I tend to put dyes and fishing baits into my Chocobo saddlebag. Things I might want to have on hand, especially the fishing baits, might want to have on hand, but don't necessarily want in my inventory at all times. And you can't use an item while it's in the saddlebag either. You need to take it out in order to be able to use it. So, yeah. I don't need my fishing bait to be in my inventory at all times, so into the bag it goes. And then when we need some bait, we can just pull it right on out of there. And immediately, 39 slots open up in my inventory. Bag's already looking a little full, but that's fine. That's what it's there for. It's there to be, for me, it's there to be bait storage, basically. Oh, hello, dear. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's head on back to, oh god, Camp Tranquil, and we can take on the other quest down there that I wanted to do before we move on to Quarry Mill. Oh my gosh, we've got a lot we're doing in this episode, isn't there? Alright, back at Camp Tranquil. The next quest we need to take care of to unlock features is, of course, the Leave Meet. Hello there, Mirthalin. I'm just going to be doing the unlock quest for the Leave quest here in Camp Tranquil, and then we'll be moving on to Quarry Mill. Mirthalin, the Leave Meet at Camp Tranquil, seeks capable adventurers to undertake as many tasks. Looking for a spot of work? Then you've come to the right place. I'm Mirthalin, a representative of the Adventurers Guild. As the Leave Meet station here in Camp Tranquil, I'm responsible for assigning the various tasks that come in from the beleaguered locals. Quite a number of these tasks can entail a significant degree of danger. However, if I'm to set you loose on my leaves with a clear conscience, I must first be convinced of your capacity to surmount the challenges you're likely to encounter. How about we start you off with a leave of my choosing and see how you get on. Let's try this one, shall we? Alright, where are the furs at? Let's go take care of it. Excellent. Pray be aware that while you are retrieving the furs, you may encounter the poachers themselves. I suggest you arm yourself for battle. Good fortune to you, adventurer, and I hope to receive word of your success in the very near future. Alright, let's do it. So, looks like we are acquiring poached furs so that poachers cannot have them. And we'll hopefully chalk up their losses and leave, I'm assuming is what's going to be happening. I didn't actually read it. After the lengthy interrogation of a recently captured Quarrel Claw member, the Wood Whalers have discovered the precise location of several stockpiles of prohibited furs. As there's a countless number of these hidden stashes, the Whalers are currently enlisting the aid of able-bodied adventurers, not only to retrieve the contraband, but also to see the handling of any poachers who may attempt to protect it. Got it. Then, let's get started. We've got a poached hide right over here. Oh good, they're all right below Camp Tranquil. That's lovely. And our Chocobo here is ready to help us protect the animals in the area. Alright, Quarrel Claw Poacher, I'm gonna need to get rid of you real quick. I'm still not happy about what you tried to do to me and Lee back in the Archer quests. Alright, we got more hides over here. We need 5 in total, it looks like, are what have been stockpiled. And yeah, your Chocobo doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does do damage. Your Chocobo definitely helps in combat. And as it gets stronger, as we get it more abilities from ranking it up, it's going to become ever more powerful and ever more able to actually put a dent in enemies. But I've always found it to be most useful when it's using its healing abilities. Just because that additional healing on you can make a surprisingly big difference. Okay, we've got the last 2 hides right here. And we're done. Beautiful. Alright, mark off that leave quest is done from my list. And hello there, Mirthalin. Bravo, madam. I had a feeling you would do well from the moment we met, and though this was but a trial, you earned your reward nonetheless. Alright, got the reward. We got a venture out of that. I must say I was rather impressed with your results. I see no reason not to grant you access to a greater range of leave quests. Your most difficult task now is choosing what to attempt next. And awesome, I'm not going to be doing these right away, but they are available for when our classes do hit level 30. And I am ready to begin using these to get some extra experience. Now then, I will meet you up at Quarry Mill and we can get started on the actual side quests of this episode and not just feature unlocks. I say that like the feature unlocks are a minor thing and the side quests are the major thing. It's the other way around. Alright, made it back to Quarry Mill. Let's go ahead and check real quick. I want to see, can we buy a Gissel Greens here or do we have to? I think we've got to go back to Gridania. Shoot, in that case, I'm going to go buy some Gissel Greens. I want to make sure we're stocked up before we get started on this. Alright, so I believe the place where we go to buy Gissel Greens in Gridania is going to be this merchant right over here, right by the Aetheryte Plaza. Let's see, you should have plenty of Gissel Greens. Let's make sure we have 99 of them. That'll last me forever. Not forever, but quite a while, so that should be good. And I will meet you back at Quarry Mill now. Alright, now we can finally get started on the side quest here in Quarry Mill. I'm going to go ahead and feed you another Gissel Green to get you out here for another 30 minutes. And Balin, what do you have for me? Balin of the Wood Whalers at Quarry Mill seeks an adventurer to help him settle the score with some poachers. Sure, I can help out. Greetings, adventurer. Perhaps you have heard, but these forests have fallen prey to a band of poachers. They litter the ground with dastardly snares, carrying out a wit for the innocents, small animals and travelers alike, caught in their vile clutches. I am forbidden to leave my post, but perhaps you could scour the area and seize any ghastly steel maws that you encounter. Be careful, the poachers themselves may be lying in ambush awaiting their prey. Okay, let's go deal with some illegally laid out traps. That does sound quite dangerous indeed. Okay, we got one over here. Looks like we're looking for 3 in total. I see one there and... Hi, poacher! Yeah, no, we're not doing this today. Oh, I should have switched classes. I'll switch classes in a moment. I didn't mean to stick on Gladiator. I want to be a rogue, because rogue needs a... Please, there we go. Rogue needs a bit of experience. And you know what? We should probably eat some food as well. Let's go with mustard eggs. Get ourselves a little bit extra experience. Alright, another hunter, because of course they just can't leave well enough alone. And one more snare, looks like it's gonna be over this way. Where are you? There it is. Every single one of these had a Quarrelclaw hunter or cutter waiting in ambush. Lovely. At least they didn't abandon the traps, but the fact that regular, ordinary people were getting caught in them is definitely not great. And it looks like Juniper hit rank 2. Nice. Alright, hello there, Balin. You've done good work today, friend. Still, with that self-styled King of the Quarrelclaws running the operation, the poachers are not like to yield easily. No, we must be more vigilant than ever. Indeed. Alright, next up, let's help out... Oh, we've got a whole bunch of quests right over here. Let's help... Deidre first. Deidre of Quarry Mill would invite you to live a farmer's life for a day. Welcome, friend. Many of your kind come to Quarry Mill seeking a respite from the hardships of adventuring. Might you care to put your troubles aside for a day and live the farmer's life? Old Fox in the orchards to the north has quite a harvest on his hands this year, and knowing him, he'd be much obliged for a helping hand. Alright, sounds good. Let's go and help out with the harvest. Also on our way up there, since we did hit rank 2, I'm gonna give you Choco Slash. Now you've got a little bit of combat in addition to your healing. What brings an adventure to my humble orchards? Set your sights on Sprite apples rather than beefskin today? Well, I, for one, am mighty grateful for that. These bones aren't fit for climbing as they used to be. I'd be much obliged if you could pick some apples for me. Oh, and you'll want to make sure no creepy crawlies are hiding inside. Haha. Ugh, yeah, that would be unpleasant. Alright, let's pick these apples. We just got 6 to pick. And that's a massive mite. How are you hiding inside the apples? I don't believe you. I refuse to believe you were inside the apple. Hey, but at least we got a dynamite web out of you. That's handy for crafting. That is very handy indeed. We're gonna need quite a few of those. And more mitelings. Oh my god. Nasty little things. Alright, good work, Juniper, finishing it off. Here's number 5. And the last one's right over here. Do you have any creepy crawlies hiding inside? Somehow? Despite how big they are? Alright, that's what I thought. Alright. Hello there, Farmer Fox. Good news. Oh my god, I got a lot of dynamite webs out of that. I got you some apples. Back so soon? Let's see what you've got in that basket of yours. Plenty of apples for the harvest. Why, Albie, just the sight of your harvest has me mouth-watering. You've an eye for apple picking, my friend. I have a son just around your age. What say you settle down here when you've had enough questing for glory? No, I'm sorry, not interested. Let's see. Ooh, this is good for casters. I'm gonna go with the caster food. And now Fox has a quest for me. The Orchard Keeper Fox seeks your aid in giving thanks for the harvest. Friend, feast your eyes on this. Why, I've not been blessed with a harvest of the likes of this in, well, as long as I can remember. All I've done is the picking. It's the guardians of the forest what brought me the bounty. I give thanks myself, but what with those poachers around, I'm like to end up with an arrow through my head. Might you be kind enough to go making the offering in my stead, and on your return, bring an apple to Castellane. He's been looking gaunt of late. Alright, let's go make an offering. to the Withered Treant. Pretty sure we've made offerings there before. And we fought off some rogue beasties there, some corrupted elementals, in one of our conjuring quests. I take it this Treant is really important to the people of the South Shroud. Hello there, Withered Treant. I bring an offering. Awesome. Now let's get back to Castellane and deliver that apple. There you are, Castellane. I bring you an apple from the farmer up the hill. What brings you to Quarry Mill, adventure? Mayhap you heard that our pact with the elementals permits hunting in this area. Do not think that gives you leave to strip the forest bare. No, I'm here to make a delivery. A Sprite apple, my favorite. However did you know? From Fox, you say? The man is too kind. Why, each scrumptious bite brings me back to days of... forgive me, friend? Yeah, not a problem. I'm just happy to help. Alright, what are we doing next? Let's work with... Fokertoe next. Fokertoe seeks your aid in reclaiming a village from a band of outlaws. Oh dear. Mayhap you've heard the tales, but the place they call Red Belly Hive wasn't always a wretched nest of scum and villainy, with the Star Wars references. In the old days, it was home to a hamlet called Bowbury, where here and Elsen alike lived a life of peace. That was before the calamity came and all hells broke loose. Those Red Belly whoresons moved in when the villagers fled, and they've had their run of the place ever since. It is our hope to win the village back, but the Red Bellies are no common outlaws. They read our every move from miles away. That's where you come in. What say you enter the wasp's nest and take the sting out of those bastards? Alright, I can help out with that. Let's go and take down some Red Bellies. Help with reclaiming Bowbury. Alright, hello there, Red Belly Sharp Eye. I'm afraid I'm gonna need to hunt down you and many of your friends. Oh dear. We've got a few after us, lovely. Well, thankfully they are not bad at all, especially with our Chocobo friend Juniper here to give us aid. God, they are such a great companion, making this so much easier on us. Now, if they could cast Asuna, that would be even better, but we can't ask for too much. Maybe we'll get that unlocked eventually, but I don't think that's a thing for now. And there's some challenge log entries for fighting with your Chocobo friend as well. Alright, there we go. Red Bellies are down. Let's head back. That should put a little bit of a dent in their works. You fought well for us today, friend. When Bowbury is reclaimed for our people, you can take pride in knowing that you struck a vital blow. Awesome. I am so glad to be of service. Let's see. I'm gonna go with... Let's go with Vitality. Always a good stat. The next step's gonna be Cuthbert. Cuthbert of Quarry Mill would seek your aid in recovering a family heirloom. In the days before the calamity, my grandfather was village elder of Bowbury. We tried, God to be good, we tried to reclaim his home, but to no avail. Passed away last year, he did. With his last breath, he spoke of a family heirloom, an axe passed down for generations. Now those red belly whoresons use it to split wood, mocking us all the while. The 12 take me if I allow those bastards to besmirch grandfather's memory any longer. You'll bring it back for me, won't you? I'll do my best, that's for sure. Let's go find that axe. Looks like it's not too far. It's actually in the area we were just at. And look at that, they're basically all dead still. Don't mind if I do, I'm just gonna take fine. Rude. Here, you know what? Stun you. Now I'm gonna take the axe. How does it feel to just have nothing to do but watch as I take the axe from you? Jerk. I can fight the larcener. Nah, it's fine. They won't dare follow me. That'd be incredibly dumb of them. Alright, well, good news, Cuthbert. I bring you the axe. Well, were you able to reclaim the axe from those bloody thieves? I was indeed. Just as Grandfather always described it. You're a godsend, friend. Grandfather, I swear to you, the next time a red belly sees this axe, it'll be buried in his good-for-naught skull. Fair enough. You have fun with your violent fantasies. I mean, they're valid, but... Okay, looks like next up we've got a quest up here from Wilfric. Hello there, Wilfric. What do you got for me? Wilfric of the Wood Whalers seeks an adventure to root out poachers who have holed up in Quarry Mill. Oh dear, in Quarry Mill? Bloody scofflaw. You'll not escape the Wood Whalers' justice. You, adventure, one of those loathsome poachers that's fled into the village and hides under our noses as we speak. You're to join the search effort at once. That's an order. Okay, I'll take an order. Let's go find this poacher. Let's see, where might they be hiding? Taking a look around. Aha! Hello there. What are you doing down at the end of the waterway? Don't hurt me, I beg of you. I swear on me life, I never meant to do no wrong. But what with me brother sick and starving, when they promised me the money for medicine, what else was I to do? Understandable. You have me word. From this day forth, I'll earn my coin by honest work, or not at all. You'll show me mercy just this once, won't you? The 12 bless your gentle soul. I feel like it's still... Alright, fair enough. As long as you keep to your word, then all will be good. Alright, Wilfric, that was nice and easy. I definitely did not let them escape. I don't know what you're talking about. The poacher escaped? Inexcusable. I should have known better than to entrust such a task to an adventurer. Those who defy the elemental's will must be served justice, or we all shall pay the price. You do well not to forget this. Oh, I'm in trouble. Oh dear. Let's run. Let's run before we get murdered. Okay then, next up, let's see. We've got a quest down at the southeast. The Marvelous Moontui Bean from Adok. Hello there, Adok. Adok of Quarry Mill has a culinary crisis on her hands. You couldn't have come at a better time, friend. I have a crisis on my hands here. What manner of crisis, you ask? Do you see this bottle of Moontui sauce? It's empty, down to the last drop. Of course it's a crisis. Why, if our guards find their supper wanting for flavor, their like is not to turn their lances on me instead of our foes. Might you travel to the Moontui cellars and obtain some from Masher Aramon to save a poor culinarian from this dire fate? You know, if the local cops are going to murder civilians for not giving them good enough food, I feel like the cops might be the problem here. Though also, I don't know why I should expect anything more from them. Alright then, let's go get that Moontui sauce. Hello there, Aramond. Adok's exhausted her supply again, has she? That told the woman time and again to order it in bulk, but she never listens. Hold your chocobos, friend. The next batch will be ready before long. Well, as long as it gets there before she's murdered by the cops. Aramont, you have a quest for me, though. Aramont of the Moontui Cellars would put you to work as an apprentice masher. Where's your Moontui sauce, you say? Look, friend, Gridalia wasn't built in a day. I'll tell you what, though. If you're so eager, how's about you help me put the finishing touches on my latest batch? You just might learn a thing or two in the process. Here on these shelves, I keep my stock of secret spices. What gives my Moontui sauce its distinctive punch, you ask? A perilla leaf, a dried dragon pepper, and an ons of shroud pepper. Just toss all three in the gale fat, and Geoffrey will take care of the rest. When the sauce is done, you're free to take a bottle to Adok. Not that that's like to put an end to her whining. Well, I'll try and get her to order in bulk. Alright, let's get that shroud pepper. Let's get all three of those secret ingredients. And we can get those added to the sauce. Alright, now where's the perilla leaf? Looks like out here it's stored. Alright, awesome. Now deliver those to the guile fat that the Moontui sauce is made from. And how's it work, Joffrey? How do you finish it up? Oh, hello there, apprenticing at the cellars for the day? Very well then, 1 perilla leaf, 1 dried dragon pepper, and an Onza shroud pepper, and Aramont's done it again. As thanks for your help, this bottle is on the house. Oh, nice! That is very good to hear. Let's go make the delivery to Adok. And hopefully she will remember to order in bulk this time. It seems like she's just kind of hated from all sides, which is unfortunate. Definitely not a fun life to live. Hello there, Adok. You're back! Oh, do tell me you've brought my Moontui sauce. I swear to you, I just overheard a woodwhaler talking about tossing me into the cauldron. Oh dear. Just remember to buy in bulk, please. Ah, the distinctive mouth-watering aroma of Moontui beans, topped off with Aramont's special blend of secret spices, no doubt. He has done it again. Thank you, friend. I dare say you've prevented a mutiny today. Ah, I'm glad to help. Let's see. This is skill speed. This is spell speed. Let's do the spell speed, Crumpet. Alright, looks like that's about all the quests here in Quarry Mill, but there's still a couple left for us to do. Let's see. Oh, really? It might be because I'm at a level 28 class. Let's see. Did that get them to appear? No. Well, in that case, it looks like we're actually done with quests in the South Shroud for the time being. I thought there were 2 more we would be able to do, but I guess not. Fair enough, this has been a pretty long episode as is, what with the unlocking our Chocobo as a combat companion, so that's a pretty good place to end it, I think. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, looks like we are heading back to Little Alamigo in order to begin our proper actual investigation into the Asian La Habrea with the aid of Little Alamigo. I will see everyone next time for that.